Hey there, it's Mark from MENWHOBULLET. Thanks so much for checking out today's video where we are going to be continuing along with my Zinnia and traditional bullet journaling collaboration. Where here on this channel, I'm going to be working inside of my traditional bullet journal to set up a monthly overview spread. And then over on Zinnia's YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Pixite, you'll be able to see how to set this up for yourself using their digital planning app. So let's go ahead and get started with a monthly overview spread. The first thing I'm going to go over is actually a new journal that I'm going to be trying out and using for today's spread. This is actually a gifted journal that was sent to me by Journalier Stationery. It's an A5 hardcover journal. This also has really nice 120 GSM notebook paper that's inside of here. 5mm dot grid, 188 pages inside of here as well. You can check out more on their social medias at Journalier Stationery on Facebook and Instagram. And you can also go to their website to check out more about the company and the other products that they have, journalierstationery.com. So for this week's spread, what we're going to do is actually set up a monthly overview page. So we're going to do that on the left side and then a real quick one-page weekly over on the right. The other supplies that we're going to use, if you would like to follow along and design with me, we'll need a ruler. We have a pencil here from Mr. Pen. We've got an eraser to get rid of that. And the other thing I'm going to be using, I'm so excited, are these Uniball Emote Everfine pens. I don't know if I told you or not, but I was actually selected to be a Uniball ambassador, and it's been really fantastic so far working along with them. So they sent over this 40 pack with all these amazing colors. And what I love most about these, as I'm getting more used to them, is they're a fine point fine liner, but unlike the other pens out there that have that felt type tip that sometimes gets pushed inside the pen or kind of bends a little bit, they don't have that on the end. So it's actually like a hard plastic here, so you don't have to worry about how hard you're pressing, and you still get a great fine color as well. So I'm only going to be using the black, but I promise you that I'll be bringing in more color in the future. How can I not? The first thing that I like to do in any new journal is first figure out the spacing that we have inside of the notebook. Every notebook is a little bit different depending on the sizes. So what I like to do is grab a sticky note and just do some counting to start off. So in this notebook, we have 26 squares from left to right, so across horizontally. And then going vertically down, we have technically 39, but I put 37 because on the right-hand side of this page or on the left-hand side of the page, depending what side you're on, 2 rows of those dots are removed for the page number. I don't think it's a big deal. It's not going to stop us, but I just wanted to note that in here, both for myself and then also for you if you're going to be getting this journal for yourself. We've marked the center here is going to be 13 in from the left-hand side. That splits at 26 right in half. We're going to break this page into 4 spots. We've got the top section here, which we're going to draw in a banner for the month of March. I have a section here for both goals as well as important dates. I'm going to leave a space open for notes, and then at the bottom, we're actually going to write in a quote for the month. And then on the right-hand side, I'm going to show you how to create a really quick and easy one-page weekly overview spread to get things started. The first thing that we're going to do is set up our top banner here. So inside of this A5 journal, it's going to be 6 squares over from the left. We'll make a mark. It'll be 14 spaces for the main part of this banner and then 6 to even it out on the other side. You could choose whatever height you want for your box here. Just remember that you need those banners to go behind it, so you don't want to make it too huge. There's 3 main parts of each banner. You've got your main rectangle, you've got your 2 banners that come behind it, and then also there's the angle to make it look like it's a fold. We'll go through the step by step. I'm going to use the black Uniball Emote fine liner, as I mentioned before. Really like these a lot. Without that extra felt tip, I just feel like I can do whatever I want with these and not have to worry about maybe losing the tip inside the top or potentially bending it and messing up those nice straight lines. So the first thing I'll do is go ahead and ink in the main rectangle that we have on top. We're going to move 2 spaces down and just draw 2 horizontal lines, about 4 spaces on the left and the right hand side. I'm going to keep everything nice and even this time around. That way it makes it really easy for you if you want to recreate this yourself. So we're going to go down 4 spaces from that first horizontal line. We're going to draw a line 2 spaces past that top rectangle that we have. That way, when we draw these verticals up, it makes it look like it's coming behind that top space. And then in a moment, when we draw the diagonals, it'll make it look like that fold. What I love about dot grids is you can use the dots as points of reference as you're creating things. So in this case, we're just going to find that center point for each of these. and draw those lines that connect it. And the last thing that you're going to do is create that fold. So you're going to go from the bottom right-hand corner to the bottom left-hand corner of that ribbon, and it goes ahead and creates that fold. We'll do the same thing over here from the bottom left to the bottom right, and now you're all set up with your main banner here. One thing that I like to do on these is either fill them in with a darker color, or in this case, I'm just going to draw some quick diagonal lines underneath of it to give it that extra little drop shadow. You could also do some stippling inside of here, or again, use a color if you'd like. Now that our top section is complete, we're going to focus on the bottom part of this. We're going to have a space here for our goals, and then also we're going to letter in our quote of the month. We're going to draw our next lines 4 squares down from where that top banner is. That gives a little bit of space, but not too much. I've used my pencil here to mark off the spaces that I'm going to use for my boxes. The left-hand side, I'm going to totally just put a line all the way around it. And then on the right-hand side, I'm going to create just this quick little brackets just to give it a little bit of difference. From the boxes, we're going to go 6 spaces down and just draw 2 horizontal lines across these to create that space. For a top header, we're going to just create a little bit of a fun font here. Instead of just doing straight monoline print, we're going to go ahead and just extend the left-hand side of our letters. And then for the rest of the letter, just use that monoline. And then what you can do with this, if you want, is draw some patterns inside of these extra open spaces. In this case, I'm going to go about halfway up with some horizontal lines all the way across. For the rest of the headers, I'm just going straight print. We've got our goals over on the left-hand side and dates on the right-hand side. And for the bottom section, we've got a quote. This quote here is by Jim Rohn. He was a motivational speaker from back in the day, and I really like this one. Either you run the day or the day runs you. And lately, I feel like the days have been running me, so I just need this as a reminder to take control of what's happening. On the right-hand side of this, we're just going to create a really quick and easy one-page spread. What we're going to be doing is just taking the total height, which is 39, and dividing it by 6. That equals 6.5. The way I do this is kind of sloppy math, but what I know is that I can go up 6 spaces on each one of these, and I'll have a little extra at the top. It's not a science. It should be, but it's not. What I'm going to do is draw a line 8 spaces horizontally across. This can be whatever you want it to be. I'm just going to be using the left-hand side for dates and the day of the week, so I don't need a lot of space. But if you feel like you need something different, by all means, go for it. Now across the bottom here, that's where the weekend's going to go, and I'm just going to be combining those 2 days. What's important for me, especially for my days during the week, is Monday through Friday, and the weekends are kind of open for notes. So as you can see, nice and easy, straightforward, nothing too crazy. It's a great way to get your week kicked off. So what I'll do now is just fill in each of the days of the week and put the date. So for starting off March of 2021, it'll be Monday the 1st, all the way down through the weekend on the 6th and the 7th. And then I'll go ahead and just put the week title here at the top, March 1st through the 7th. So this is our entire spread. We've got our monthly overview here on the left, and then we've got our week at a glance, starting things off for the month of March. I love setting up months and really focusing on the tasks that I need to accomplish, as well as the goals that I'm trying to achieve. And you know what? Sometimes having those inspirational quotes in there really just help you focus in on what you need to do, or just giving you those positive words that help you keep moving forward. It's definitely not been an easy year, but sometimes just picking something that really reminds you of something great, maybe it's something that you've heard, maybe it's something that a family member said or someone that you look up to, can really just put a very cool positive spin on things. So I really loved creating this with you today. Now that we've set this up inside of our traditional bullet journal, now you can head over to Zinnia's YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Pixite, to see how to create this for yourself inside of the digital planning app. I love doing these both ways because honestly, one always inspires the other. It's super fun. And if you'd like to check out other videos that we've done as a part of this collaboration with Zinnia, I'll pop the playlist right up here for you so you can check out the rest of them as well. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.